Hello everyone, and welcome to the analysis of security, student data system, and accounting systems for Benton Harbor area schools. In this presentation, we'll look at the effectiveness of the systems in use now and determine whether they're being used to their full extent of potential. First, we'll look at the security. Security in schools is very high level now. We see all kinds of security issues with schools, mainly school shootings, which luckily we have not had at Benton Harbor so far. But in this, we also have to look at the internet and different ways security is used in a public school. One thing we have to remember in a public school is that we cannot have just total access to all security or all internet and searches that are done. We have to use programs called iBoss, which is flexible and reports security breaches. We also have filters so that like pornographic sites or maybe sites where you can build bombs or something are not available to students, teachers, or anyone that uses our free Wi-Fi system. We have this iBoss, our technology director, Ms. Lovelace, can go in and set the different levels of security. And iBoss also provides her with flexible reports and shows her when breaches have been attempted. She can go right to the source of where the breach was, find the student or individual who tried to breach the system, and then report it to security or the police, whichever the case may be. We also have to look at student and employee safety. In schools now in the state of Michigan, a big safety concern is the physical security. So it is mandatory that doors be locked at all times. At Benton Harbor area schools, we have instructed all buildings to have all outside doors locked, with only one main door that is run by a buzzer system. So a visitor comes up to the school, uses the buzzer system. The secretary or whoever is in charge at that time has a camera that they can see who is wanting to be let into the school. They at that time have the abilities to let the person in or call for extra measures of security if it's not a person that is authorized to enter the building. We also use cameras, which is something that we've been working very hard to implement, and Ms. Lovelace says that she is working right now to change all of our computer systems over to a technology company that uses GeoVision, which is what is used to run all the cameras and be able to see every hallway, every nook and cranny where trouble might start or kids might get into trouble or someone may be hiding, anything like that. We use GeoSystems right now, but she's looking at going to a different system, which then will be easier for her to use and is much cheaper. Another area that we have issues in is we have metal detectors in place at this time, but the metal detectors right now are just empty shells. They have no hardware in them. Unfortunately, people know that, so one of the big things that our operations person is getting into effect is having all the metal detectors put back together to their original state so they can be used to detect any foreign objects that come in that we would not want to have in the building, such as guns and knives and instruments of that sort. So these are placed at those doors that are equipped with buzzers also for a second source of security. Second, we are looking at the student data system. Student data system is where all student information is stored and managed. We have one person at our district now called the registrar who enters all new students or potential new students into our system. She is also over the supervisor over all the secretaries who would perhaps also enter students, but secretaries and building administrators also are in charge of keeping track of the attendance, grades, making sure teachers are putting in all information possible. The student system is very important because the student system is what we use to create reports that we send to the state of Michigan several times throughout the year. These house our student counts. In the state of Michigan, we have to do a fall count and a spring count, which determines how much of our financial aid the state will give us based on how many students are in class at those counts. They also do give us a little bit of a leeway for sick children, but basically all attendance must be put in this system. One of the issues that we have is teachers do not want to take the time to enter their grade books or enter attendance because they have so many other things on their plate. But we have to reiterate to them how important it is that these grade books and attendance taking procedures be put into effect. This program is a secure system. Not only is it on our internet lines, but the information and the program itself are over the web and are housed at our local RESA, which is the Regional Education Service Agency. This allows us to not have the storage issues on our server at our district, and it ensures for a nightly backup by the Berrien RESA technology staff. Last week, I looked at the accounting systems. The accounting system used by the school is called Skyward. It is essential to keep good accounting records for the organization. These records give the board information based on what is put in. So if you put bad information in, you're going to get bad information out. But these reports must be as correct as possible to avoid giving board reports that may make a costly decision. I spoke with a CFO, Chief Financial Officer at a local school district who has been with Power School for some time, and he says the program is hard to learn how to use. It does require some extra effort, and it is actually a very valuable system because reports can be made exclusively for the district, and because this program is software that is only used by school districts, it makes it more customized to schools. There are other systems out there that can be used. Kalamazoo RESA, for instance, has an accounting software that they have written themselves. However, our local RESA, Berrien County, chose to go with Skyward over the Kalamazoo RESA accounting software because Skyward had a better reputation and the customer service for Skyward was much better. This program is also a web-based program. So once again, the program itself and the information is housed at the local RESA. In conclusion, I was very happy to find that the board is good with our security systems other than the metal detectors, which, as I stated, we are currently getting those back up in working order. But as for the regular internet, Wi-Fi, student and employee security, the student systems that we use, and the accounting systems that we use, they are all working well, as long as we have people doing their jobs and maintaining their data correctly, and helping us all to work together as a team to pull together the reports needed and get the information to the board that is very important for decisions that they make. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to my presentation.